I know I'm gonna choke.
Hello,
No.
everyone. I am Fozzie or Cam, and welcome to the Everything Podcast. I'm here today with some substitute co-hosts, Cole and George. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Doing
Good,
well.
good, good. All right. So today we were thinking we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk some movies. We're going to talk a lot of movies today, which I know you guys are all a big fan of. And I hope you guys in the chat are also a big fan of movies because this is going to be a very movie centered episode. So, I thought we could just go over our top. Also, before we go into that a little more, I'd just like to express my sadness for the Celtics losing the finals because we haven't talked about that yet on the podcast. So, I'd just like to point out just how sad I am that we lost the finals. But
Wait,
moving
we
on.
lost?
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I knew.
Um, Yeah, so I was thinking we could talk about our top five upcoming movies that we've been looking forward to like a lot. So, yeah, let's just go ahead.
I like
Uh,
Kogo. I just lost my list.
yeah, cool. Why don't you go here?
Give me 1 second. I gotta pull it up.
Okay, I'll go while you're waiting.
Yep.
So my top five upcoming movies that I'm really excited for are Nope, which is another Jordan Peele movie coming out this July, which I am just super excited for. Thor 4 or Thor Love and Thunder, obviously a movie I think everyone's excited for. And then we have Don't Worry, Darling, which is I saw the trailer for it. It has Harry Styles and I have no clue who else is in it. But it seemed like a cool premise. It's about this guy Harry Styles who works for like this mystery corporation kinda, and he's like his wife, played by Elizabeth Moss. That's her name. Um, Kind of finds out that like they're doing some shady stuff there. So it's kind of a cool premise, and I feel like I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. And then Bullet Train, starring Brad Pitt. I think both of you guys, have this on your list as well.
Nope.
Um, it's just a super fun action movie coming out this August, which I'll be definitely watching, and I will be enjoying like a lot. I mean, it's just Brad Pitt and action go together so well. I mean, take an awesome actor and put him into a great movie with a great director, Sean Levy, who directed Deadpool 2. So we know he knows what he's doing with action comedy. So I think that'll be fantastic. And then Halloween Ends. I don't think it will be bad because Halloween Kills was also bad. I feel like there was not even a chance that Halloween Kills was gonna be good because it just needed to be a bridge movie to get the Halloween Ends. So now that we're finally there, I think this is going to be fantastic. And Jason Gothage in the chat says, I want to see Bullet Train too. Yeah, it looks awesome. So do you guys have your list pulled up yet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, I'll have you go.
All right. So at 5, I have Elvis, which comes out on Friday.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that has the potential to be the best movie of the month. Well, actually, no, because the
Godfather.
other movie that's further down on my list is gonna be better. Uh, at 4, we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Coming out
I
in
know that's
2 years?
not coming
Oh,
out
1 year.
for like a year. Yeah, but it the first one was so great, and I just think this one is going to be better.
Do you think part 1 of Across the Spider Verse will be better than part 2?
No, not really.
Really? Alright.
Um, at 3, I have Jordan Peele's Nope.
Yeah, I like
Again,
that
like
movie
he
too.
said, it's Jordan Peele. How can you not like it? Um, at 2, I have The Black Phone, which looks great. It's just it looks great. Ethan Hawke is a psycho, and yeah, it just looks
Yeah.
good.
Ethan Hawke playing a killer, I mean.
It's just got to be good. And then at 1, I have Thor: Love and Thunder. The only reason this is at 1 is because of Christian Bale.
uh,
That's the only reason.
Did you see the new trailer they put out for it?
Nope, I've been avoiding every single trailer other than
Oh
the
my
first one.
goodness! Wow. I am kind of disappointed that you would do that, but I
I don't
respect
want
it.
this movie to be
I respect
spoiled.
it. I get it. I get it. But as a person who just loves trailers so much, not too many spoilers have gotten out, and no, I haven't seen any leaks or anything. So either that means nothing big is in this movie, which I doubt that, or maybe they're just keeping their secrets really well this time.
Yeah.
All right, is that yes? End of your list, right?
I have one more. It's an
Oh, all right.
honorable
I'm
mention,
sorry.
and it's Minions Rise of Gru.
Okay.
It's my honorable mention.
All right. George, you are up now. Let's hear it.
All right, I have Nope as the first one. That one looked great. The only I love Jordan Peele horror, but I feel like Cole, don't get mad at me. I feel like Ari Aster makes better horror movies, but I'm still really
Maybe.
excited to see it nonetheless.
All right. The only reason I could agree with you there is because Ari Aster has made more horror movies than Jordan Peele. He's just
Ari
made
Aster
more.
only made two.
Oh, wasn't.
Sorry.
Oh, never mind. But
I think you're talking about A24.
yeah, yep. Um, I think Jordan Peele. Well, actually, they have the same amount of movies then. Jordan Peele also has two. Um,
Soon to be three.
yeah. So
All right, then we have that.
I think Get Out was better than both. I think it was better than Hereditary. Um,
No.
all right, and Us, I feel like that just it doesn't have great reviews. It's not his finest work. I think Nope is going to be a lot better than that.
And we have the Black Phone. I didn't really hear much about it, but I heard it was gonna be good, so I was excited to see that.
Yeah.
Then we have Guardians 3. Now, I'm not a big Marvel guy, but I did love the Guardians of the Galaxies.
Yeah, I tried to sneak them in on my list, but I couldn't.
And then we
Yeah.
have
So I assume you guys all like Guardians One more than two. I feel like that's most people's.
Honestly, I can't really tell if I do.
I think one
Or-
is a better soundtrack.
I think two is just more enjoyable, really.
Really? All right.
More like fun, I guess.
Okay, I can respect that. Do you have any honorable mentions like Cole did?
no, I just have two more. So then we
Okay.
have Elvis, which I was also really excited for because I do love music movies like that Queen
Bohemian
one a few
Rhapsody.
years back, yeah, and that the one about the Doors.
I think that one was just called The Doors.
Don't get mad
Yeah,
at me, but I've never seen Bohemian Rhapsody.
I just
okay.
watched it a few months ago.
And then we
I
have
also haven't seen Rocket Man, but
that last one, Bullet Train.
Man, it's gonna be so
Man,
good.
I'm excited for Bullet Train. Brad Pitt, such a phenomenal actor. Loved his role in Glorious Bastards. It's not gonna be bad.
Yeah, I think it's gonna just be like, it's gonna be a really good action movie, you know. And Sean Levy, which if you don't know, he directed I mentioned it before, but he directed Deadpool 2, and that's obviously the just the peak of action comedy. So he knows what he's doing.
he's also done a Free Guy and I think Stranger Things, right?
Did he? Oh yeah, he did do
Yeah,
Stranger
yeah,
Things.
he did do Stranger Things.
Um, yeah, he did a few of their episodes. Um, all right, so I was thinking we could go through our top three directors next.
Top three directors.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start.
All right. All right.
Are we going like 3, 2, 1? Like
Yeah.
Louis?
You
All
don't
right.
have to put it in order, but
So
if you want to, you can.
third favorite, Scorsese. And I knew Cole was gonna do it. Know if this was coming, but I loved Goodfellas.
Oh my
Loved
god.
Taxi Driver.
All right, yeah.
Loved all. I don't think he has one bad movie out. Next, I have
No, he
Stanley
does have
Kubrick.
that one bad movie. Remember that one movie he played the doctor in that we were watching?
He was an
Oh yeah,
actor in that. He was an actor, not a
yeah.
That's true. His wife produced it though.
no. So and then at number two we have Stanley Kubrick, goat of all movie directing. He doesn't have a bad movie out either. We have 2001. We have The Shining. We have Clockwork Orange, which I'm not allowed to see, and I'm not gonna see for a while probably. And but he doesn't have a bad movie out either. And one favorite, my first favorite, I bet Cole can guess it.
Tarantino.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna go down my list real quick right here, and these are just directors that you can just respect so much for all the things that they've contributed. Like all these classic movies that just come from them, you know? So at number three, I have I mean, I've thought about this for a while, and this director I feel like is a bit overhyped, but everything we know today has like came from him. He doesn't have like his own style, but he's created so many cool things that we just don't realize until we watch a lot of his movies. And that is Steven Spielberg. I think that's kind of a given. And then at number two, we have a director who's just created one of the best franchises of all time, two of the best franchises of all time, and has some of the coolest camera work I've ever seen. Sam Raimi, number two. And at number one, I feel like George, you're gonna get mad at me for this one.
Wes
Um,
Anderson.
Number one, Wes Anderson.
Yeah, I'm not a big Wes Anderson guy.
And Cole, let's go.
I'm gonna have an honorable mention just after. I'm letting you know now. But you guys might get mad at me for this one. But at three, I have James Gunn because I just love his work on the Guardians and the Suicide Squad.
All right.
Sorry, I cut out for a second. Um, then I have Stanley Kubrick. Yeah,
All
I
right.
love. And then I have Tarantino.
Really?
Fantastic. I didn't know
I
you
was
were a
torn.
Tarantino fan, Cole.
I was torn between him or Martin Scorsese, but it was one of those two.
All right. And Stephen Freight's in the comments says, "Do you believe the theory about The Shining?" We talked about it on our Shining podcast on a different YouTube channel.
What's the
Which
theory?
theory?
The Wendy theory that it was all in Wendy's head and she was going crazy.
Uh, uh, what?
I
What?
mean, I'd have to see the facts, but
There are several
that
YouTube
sounds
videos that
believable.
really
Yeah.
point out, like, yeah, that like they make a really convincing argument that that could have really happened. I mean, I wouldn't say I believe it. I feel like Stanley Kubrick didn't intend. He didn't. But everything he does always has a deeper meaning. So we'll never know. I mean, but
Yes.
it very well could be possible.
Yeah. My
Um.
honorable mention:
Oh, let's hear
Daniel Espinosa.
Oh, come on.
it.
Yeah. Want to know what he directed?
Let's hear it.
Morbius.
Morbius.
All right. So, if you don't know, people, Morbius has become kind of a joke. I think most people might know that by now. Um, so Cole, I feel like you have a better honorable mention than that, and I can't allow you to say a person who made such an awful movie.
Mm, no, no. I think I'm gonna stick with it.
All right. So now I want to go over some movie soundtracks actually, because I was just thinking about this today, and I figured why not. So you guys want to go down the list and give your
All
top
right.
three movie soundtracks? George, I think you're ready, so you can go first.
I'm not completely ready,
It doesn't have to be in order. You can just say three
but
soundtracks that you
all
really
right.
liked.
I'll have to think, but
Ooh, also look
I'd
at
have to
this,
start with I'd
Steven.
have to start with Pulp Fiction, cuz I mean, come on. Just classics in there. We have Miserlou starting it, and then we have Jungle Boogie right after, and then hold on. And then they were dancing to that one song that I forget the name of. And it's just a great soundtrack overall. Highly recommended. And for the next one, given choice, I was thinking
Let's hear it.
maybe maybe a Guardians movie
Yeah, I have Guardians up there for me as well.
I have
because
both.
I
Honestly,
mean
how
they
could
have some of the best songs in there.
they really do? I mean, like, like it has every song. I mean, every good '80s, '70s song that you can think of is in Guardians. Um, let's
Just
see.
such a feel good playlist too.
I know. I feel like James Gunn makes the best soundtracks, and that's why my soundtrack list is Guardians 1, The Suicide Squad, and Peacemaker.
Oh my god, bro, you stole my list except for
And I
Peacemaker.
mean the last one I have is I haven't seen it yet, but I'm thinking Purple Rain because I have listened to the soundtrack, and I mean I just love Prince and all of his music that's out there. And I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've that's been on my list. I've wanted to see that for a while now, and I just don't think it'll have a bad soundtrack, even when listening to it. So we
Yeah.
have Pulp Fiction, Guardians, and Purple Rain for me.
All right. Cole, let's hear it. Well, you said you had pretty much the same list as
No,
me.
no, no, no. I'm gonna change it because that feels like cheating.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the first Guardians.
Okay.
Uh, Rocket Man,
You even said
just
Prince.
because it's
Okay.
Elton John, and
Don't say Billy Joel.
I was gonna say Bohemian Rhapsody, but okay,
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody's fine. I mean, that's a good
Yeah,
soundtrack.
it's
I,
because it's all
I
Queen.
love Queen. Um, Now I could
Queen's
also
great.
put this movie called Blinded by the Light, which is you guys know I'm a fan of Bruce Springsteen, and
Yep,
that has a
I'm
lot of
not. Yeah,
his.
I'm not the biggest Bruce Springsteen guy.
George, I
I
think we should agree on an honorable mention right here.
oh, Jason Goff,
Morbius.
Yeah, Morbius,
oh,
baby. XA carries.
and not bad. Not, Jason Gothage says not one bad song on the Purple Rain soundtrack. I don't think any of us have seen Purple Rain. Um,
I've been dying to
Nope,
see it. I haven't seen it yet.
I just
I
checked the
haven't.
reviews on IMDb for it as a 6.5, which is lower than I was thinking. But it's would you say it's a biopic? Because it pretty much is, right? Or is it just like Prince's younger years?
I'm not sure.
Because I know it's starring Prince, so
It's
or is it supposed to be
I
like
know it's I know
kind
it's
of mirror
some
his
sort.
life?
It says a young musician tormented by an abusive situation at home must contend with a rival singer, a burning romance, and a dissatisfied band. Uh, I had too much research on it. I don't know. It
Yeah,
seems okay. It seems okay. Doesn't seem like one of my favorites, but just top tier soundtrack.
of course. I mean, I'm not a huge Prince fan, but I do like all his hits. I mean, um, Little Red Corvette, Purple Rain, obviously. So, um, I really like a lot of his songs, and both Bohemian Rhapsody, Cole. That's just the perfect pick. I mean, Queen was just made to just do an awesome soundtrack, and
Yeah,
they they have so many songs that could just go perfectly, and like Bohemian Rap, like We Are the Champions, that would work in every single sports movie ever made. You know, like
yeah.
it could be used as kind of like a joke, like in Waterboy if they played We Are the Champions. It could kind of like parody like a really dramatic scene, like a sports movie.
Didn't
Um,
they use it in like Mighty Ducks or something?
I don't know because I haven't seen Mighty
I haven't seen
Ducks.
those movies in forever.
um,
You haven't
uh,
seen Mighty Ducks?
I haven't. I'm
Oh
sorry.
wow.
Um, but yeah, I think those are some pretty good score soundtracks there. And I've talked to a lot of people. In fact, I talked to you guys before the podcast, saying most people get the score and the soundtrack mixed up.
We
Um,
were just talking about that.
yeah, so why don't we give our top three movie scores? Because I could. This is just like so easy. There's so many legendary franchises, which I could do perfect soundtracks for.
All right,
Oh, I know this one. I got
I'll
this
go.
one.
All right, I'm gonna say Um, Star Wars, Jurassic Park, and Halloween. For scores, at
Ooh,
least.
Ooh.
Halloween. I
You
forgot
just
about that one. That's good.
yeah. I think I have mine. I'll go. So I have God, I already forgot. All right, Star Wars. Well, that's obvious.
It's a
Harry
given.
Potter, because you know the theme.
I don't
It's
like the
so
Harry Potter
infamous.
theme.
What?
It's so just overdone.
Da,
It's
da.
kind of annoys me, and it's kind of just become kind of a joke now. I'm not a huge
And
fan of it, to be honest with you.
probably Indiana Jones. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one. I forgot about that one too. Is that three for you?
Hmm.
All right. I have Jaws. I have Star Wars, obviously, because I mean, come on, Star Wars. And I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about this, but I thought this was like the best part of the movie. Probably the Batman, to be honest with
Actually,
you.
yeah, you might be right. The
For a
soundtrack was
3 hour
or
movie, that
score
score really carried it along, and I really, really like the score
wasn't
of
the
that
best
movie.
part, but it
No,
was
no,
one of them.
no, not the best part, but like the Batman theme was just
Oh.
menacing. And
You guys want to do favorite shows next?
oh, sure, yeah, why not? I hadn't planned on it, but
Shows?
I can easily do that.
Uh, I don't
Yeah,
really watch shows, but
yeah. I
yeah,
don't
sure.
either, but like I can
Oh,
easily name
come
my
on, you
top
can
three.
name three shows.
Yeah, I can name my top
I
three
mean, you have
fast.
The Boys, you have all the Marvel shows. Come on, you can do that.
No Marvel shows making this.
Really?
Um.
Not even
So
Moon Knight? I thought you were a big Moon
at
Knight fan.
at number three, I'll have Invincible.
Great show, great animated
Invincible
show.
was I just rewatched that and I nearly cried
Oh my
like
goodness.
5 times in the last episode. Uh, at two, I have The Boys. It's a absolutely great show.
And you
Very
watched the
dark.
you, all right, George. Go watch the first season of The Boys in one day.
Really?
Yeah, and each episode's an hour long, pretty
Not
much.
those ones. Most of them were like 45 minutes.
No, season one was pretty long.
No,
All
because I
right,
was there because I started at like 11 and I
all
ended at like 3 or 4.
right.
But
All right.
oh no, I got one more. And this is a bit obvious. Breaking Bad.
All right. All right. George.
I'll let you go first.
All right. So, oh man, now when I really have to think about it, this is actually tough. So probably a show called Only Murders in the Building. Let's see here. A show that just always makes me laugh, and I wouldn't say it's like high quality television. But probably Psych. I know Cole, you've watched some of it.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
It's just funny. It's kind of like a mindless show that you can just like kind of take your mind off stuff and just help you like kind of just relax. So I like that show a lot. And then, man, this is tougher than I thought it would be. Probably Ted Lasso. I feel like everyone watched that show during the pandemic, and I didn't because I didn't have Apple TV. But I just watched that show a few months ago, and it was fantastic.
I haven't watched it.
All right.
And I could put Invincible on that list, but these are just shows that I just
No Breaking Bad.
I
All
find
right.
myself to go back
At
and
number
watch those shows.
3, I have Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's just classic, funny.
I tried to get into it. I really tried to get into it,
It
and I
never
just
fails to put a smile on my face. Then next we have Rick and Morty. Also
oh yeah,
really
man, how did
funny.
I forget Rick and
So
Morty?
great.
I could definitely if we did a top five, I'd have Rick and Morty up there.
Um, and at number 1, I'm gonna have to go Invincible. It's
All right.
standard, I
Oh
know,
yeah,
but
it's so good.
The
it's
reason
really good.
I feel like the reason one of my main criterias for putting these shows like high, like Psych, it's not like quality television. It's not
It's
like
just enjoyable.
I find myself just rewatching it. And a good show you can rewatch over and over again. Like you can see an episode, wait a month, and go back to it, and just enjoy it just as much. That's what I feel like. Not to say like Invincible is a good show, isn't a good show. It is obviously, but it's just heavy, you know. and I find that I just can't go back to it sometimes. And did they confirm season 2 of Invincible? Because it's been a while.
Yes,
It's been
it's going to go
forever.
sometime during 2022, I believe. Actually,
All right, well, I'll be watching that. And Rick
yeah,
and
go
Morty
on.
you can rewatch, but I just find Psych and Ted Lasso to be more rewatchable than Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty's funny.
It is really funny.
I know neither of you seen Breaking Bad, but it breaks my heart because it's such a good show.
Yeah. Um, I think. Oh,
Let's do top five movies now. Top five
top
movies
five
of all
all time
time.
movies. Oh man. Oh, I have to. Cole. I know you know yours pretty well, but I have to think about this for a second.
All
Shall
right,
I go?
I can start. I can start.
Oh,
All
you can
right,
start.
George, go ahead.
All right.
And take your time
So,
because I'm gonna have to write a list right now.
all right. So I'm thinking number five. I'm gonna have to go No Country for Old Men because of how tense that entire movie was and how great it was. A slow burn. The ending was crazy. So, and then number four, gonna have to go Inglorious Bastards because man, that movie was so good. It was just entertaining from start to finish, and it was awesome. Number three, Goodfellas. Gotta love it. That movie. It's what 2 hours 45 minutes.
Rest in peace,
Didn't
Rick.
feel that long. It was a great movie. Number
Oh
two,
yeah, Ray
we have
Liotta's dead.
Yeah, Ray Liotta's dead.
yeah, he just passed. And number two, I have Interstellar because I love sci-fi. I love all that stuff. And Interstellar, really well made. Matthew McConaughey is just a great actor and makes my top five. And number one, my favorite movie of all time, I have to go with The Green Mile. One of
Cole,
the
I know you respect that.
only
Of course, I respect that.
one of the only movies that made me cry.
Yeah. Um, my top five are apparently
Besides, besides those
Cameron.
dog movies, I don't know what it is with those dog movies, like
Oh, they're
Yeah,
Marley
so
those
and Me.
dog movies
sad.
just make you cry, bro.
Oh
They
yeah.
just make you
Like
start
the dog
crying.
either gets hurt, dies. It's always
It's
so
like, come
sad.
on,
Why do they
why?
always do that?
Like Marley and Me, bro.
Marley and Me. Oh man.
Like what was that movie where the dog got shot? Was it A Dog's Purpose?
Oh, it might have been.
I
I
think it
don't know.
was.
All right, but my top five are Prisoners. It's such a like complex story. You gotta follow it all the way through though. It's got Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Paul Dano. So great. Um, at four, Seven with Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, solid actor.
Yeah, and Morgan Freeman. That was such a. And the ending to that movie is it's twisted. But at three, I have The Shawshank Redemption. You can't not love this movie. It's just it's great. Uh, at two, I have American Psycho. I love how complex Christian Bale plays the character of Patrick Bateman, and it's just great. And at number one, I have The Green Mile because it was the only movie to really make me like actually cry.
Yeah, me too.
I've like teared up at movies before, but I've never actually cried, and this movie can accomplish that.
All right. Oh man. So this has been really tough for me, but I think might make you guys kind of mad. Grand Budapest Hotel. I'm not gonna put these
Oh
in
my
order because I
god.
can't. Grand Budapest Hotel, which it's an all star cast. Ray Fiennes, Willem Dafoe, Edward Norton. I mean, you can't not like that. And then Royal Tenenbaums, Owen Wilson, Gwyneth Paltrow, Luke Wilson, who's Owen Wilson's brother, who's just fantastic. Um, Another Wes Anderson movie. It's just top tier movie. Interstellar, I think you can all respect that. And then a movie, I feel like Cole, it's it's not like cinema, fine cinema, I'd say. Um, in fact, it's kind of the opposite. But it's just a movie I was just always so excited for, and man, I just had to put this on the list. The
Just got
unbearable
a
weight of
timer
mass.
thing. It says your call ends in 10
Yeah,
minutes. Free pool
it ends
calls
in 10
for
minutes.
a
We're gonna have to like
limit
start
of
a new
one
one.
hour.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start a new one. But keep going, Cam.
I have the unbearable weight of massive talent.
Uh,
Uh,
I
it
didn't
was
get to see that.
it was really good.
I haven't seen it, but I don't think it would be a top five movie.
It was
Yeah, I
just
don't
such a
know.
fun action movie.
You had that like reviewed 8 out of 10. I don't really.
I don't know. Upon rethinking it, I really just had to. It's just everything you want in a funny action movie, you know. And then I have Get Out, which is the best horror movie I've ever seen.
Halloween's better.
It's a classic, obviously, and it's paved the way for like every other horror movie, every other slasher movie, but it could not compete with Get Out.
All right, shall we do
I'm
top
trying
three
to think.
comedy
I'm trying to
movies
think.
next?
I did love Hereditary. I did love Midsummer. Yes, they're a great couple of movies.
Uh,
Um, I think Kim, do you like A24 or Jordan Peele more?
A24.
A24. But
I mean, they have all those great movies. They had like The Witch. They had
are we talking only horror movies or?
depends. I don't know.
Because if not just horror movies, Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I still haven't seen.
I forgot that's
That
an
was
A24.
great. That was it was just funny. It was
Yeah. Jason Gothridge would like us to do top three comedy movies next.
Ooh, okay.
top three comedy. All right.
This is going to be a little hard for
Easy.
me.
Easy.
Not for me.
Super easy. So, I'm gonna make you guys mad again. Well, you know, I'll just go off a little easier first. We have The Suicide Squad. Comedy
All right.
action movie, just fantastic. And I'm sorry, but Royal Tenenbaums.
Um,
Alright, in case you guys are wondering why I'm apologizing every time I say one of these movies, they're all directed by a director named Wes Anderson. If you haven't heard of him, he was on my top five list, and he's just fantastic. I think they obviously don't for some reason. I love him. And then, oh man, now I'm really struggling to think. If I get if can we put shows up there? Cause like they're
Sure.
yeah, sure.
I was gonna put Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah, solid.
All right, Cole or George, who you?
George, go first.
All right. So I said Curb Your Enthusiasm. I said Rick and Morty. Uh, should I stick to that? Or should I change it up a bit?
No, do whatever you feel.
All right. I might switch it up a little bit, but I'm saying any Adam Sandler movie,
I like his
classic,
movies. I feel like they're not
great.
very high quality, but
Yeah, they're just funny.
yeah.
Same thing with Jim Carrey.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Just great, funny, great guy. Makes great movies. Never fails to crack you up.
I mean, yeah.
And yeah, and then my other picks.
All right, do we have Cole now?
Yeah. All right. So for three, I probably have Grown Ups.
All right.
Two, Rick and Morty.
Okay.
And one, I'm about to sound like the most immature child ever. Despicable Me.
Okay.
It's kind of funny.
All right, an interesting choice there from Cole, but I can kind of respect it. I'm a fan of animated movies, but just not Despicable Me.
Minions Rise of Gru's on top. That'll be the
All
best
right.
movie of the year.
Well, I think that kind of wraps up this movie live stream. And Jason Gothridge asked George, "You like Seinfeld?" I feel like who doesn't like Seinfeld?
Who doesn't like Seinfeld? I mean, come on.
It's one of the best shows of all time. And Cole, I'm sure you like it as well. But yeah,
Sure.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. And yeah, we'll see you next time. We'll probably have
Bye.
Will back. So yeah, see you then.
I want to meet
Bye.
Will. Can I be on the next
Yeah,
one with
yeah.
Will?
Me too. Me too. I want to meet Will.
Sure. All right.
Yay.
Bye bye.